Hello crafters, Michelle here. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so happy you found me. I have a Dollar Tree DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful Patriotic Gnome Wreath. My stores finally got in the gnome patriotic signs, so I knew I had to make at least one wreath this year. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Let me show you how to make it. To get started on today's project, you're going to need a 14-inch wired wreath form and a package of pipe cleaners cut in half. You're also going to need 6 rolls of the dark navy blue deco mesh that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. Today we're going to be doing the poof method on the base. Now when I work with more than one roll of mesh at a time, I like to put one out on either side of my body. Deco mesh really likes to stick to itself, so this way the rolls don't tangle as I'm using them. Then you want to take your ends, scrunch them together, and you want to place them side by side. Just like that. You can secure on your pipe cleaner. Just make sure you get that nice and secure. We're going to be attaching our poofs to the 2 bars here in the center. So you'll wrap it around both of those bars. That'll make it nice and stable. And to get started, I always like to start here at a crossbar so it's nice and secure. Just wrap your pipe cleaners around either side of that crossbar and give it a good twist. I like to pull my pipe cleaners together and then push them forward. Make sure to pull those ends to the back. You can give them a little bit of a trim, but you want to leave about 1 inch there so it doesn't pull back through. You're also going to need something to measure with. Going to be using my mat here. Now you want to start your measurement from where you attached the pipe cleaner. Okay, so I'm going to pull to 8 inches, pinch, add my pipe cleaner, and then I'm going to attach it to those 2 bars in the middle. Push your pipe cleaners forward and move over your poof. You'll want to put about 10 poofs in each section, and a section is between each of the crossbars. So just go ahead and keep measuring at 8 inches. Pinch, add your pipe cleaner, and attach. Now your first 2 rolls should cover the first 2 sections of the wreath. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple sections done here, and then I'll come back and show you what it's looking like. I have 2 rolls completely attached. It did take 10 poofs per section, and that completed the 2 sections. So that is perfect. I really like how it's looking so far. Now I have not gone through and fluffed it out yet. This time I'm going to wait till I get my base finished, and then I'll go back and fluff it however much I need to. I like it looking a little thicker like this, but I want to wait and see what it looks like once I'm done. I'm going to complete my base now, and then when I come back, we'll move forward and decorate. I have all my mesh on, and I'm really liking how it's looking. Now, I did decide to go in and to fluff a little bit, but all I'm doing is going in and separating my loops, making sure that they're not folded on top of each other. But I'm not really opening each individual one up like I normally do. I kind of like them a little bit thicker together. But I do want each individual loop to show, so it looks nice and full. My base is all nice and fluffed out. I think it looks great. Nice and thick and full. This is the sign that I've chosen to use today. I just recently found it in my stores. They took quite a while before they got in all their signs. And this was one of my favorites. I only picked up 2 of the gnome signs. Now, to prep him to go on your wreath, you want to remove the jute cord at the top and replace it with some floral wire. One through the hole and over the top and twist to the back. You want to do that in both of the holes. And then down near the bottom, just glue on 2 full-length pipe cleaners. This way you can attach your sign in 4 locations. Now, I really do recommend when you attach your signs to use floral wire in conjunction with the pipe cleaners. By hot gluing the pipe cleaners on there, these aren't really permanent. If your wreath goes outside or maybe is in a home next to a heating source or a cooling source and it gets too hot or too cold, your hot glue can fail. That way, if you use floral wire in conjunction, your sign will not fall off if you have any issues with your hot glue. Now right here on his star, I am going to go in with some glue and some royal blue glitter and kind of clean this up. This was kind of messed up on most of them, but this one looked the best. So I will clean that up and get it looking a little bit better before I put it on my wreath. My sign is all ready to go onto my wreath. I did clean up my blue glitter here. It looks much better. Everything is nice and set up and ready to attach. I like my signs to sit right up on top. He's going to go right here in the middle on top. Now to attach him, all you do is take those pipe cleaners and the floral wire. Just move the mesh aside until you get down to the wreath form in the back. And then attach it to the wreath form. You can attach it any place you want on the wreath form as long as it holds your sign in the position that you want it. I have my sign attached. I'm really happy with its placement. And here on the back where I attached it, I just made sure to tuck down those ends both on the pipe cleaners and the wires so that there's nothing on the back to scratch the door. Go ahead and set that aside. We're going to work on the bow now. I picked up both these ribbons at Dollar Tree and they came from the Patriotic section. They have a burlap background. This one has the red, white, and blue stars. And this one has red and blue and then the burlap. I thought both of these were really pretty. We're going to mix the 2 to do our bow. You'll also need 1 full-length pipe cleaner. So I am going to start with the striped one in the back. And I'm going to measure out my tails at 8 inches and pinch. And as I come through, you want to twist. On your tails, the nice side should be facing up. But as you start to make your loops, you want to twist it so that the nice side is facing down. So I'm going to measure my loops at 4 inches and I'm going to make 3 on either side. you enjoy hauls, crafts, and learning new craft techniques, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do upload new content every week, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll be the first to know every time I upload new content. Measure your tail at 8 inches and trim. Okay, now I'm going to go to my star ribbon. I'm going to measure my tails a little shorter. This time I'm going to go 7 inches. Again, twist as you come through so the knife side is facing down. And then with this ribbon, I'm going to do 2 loops on either side at 3 inches. For your convenience, in the description box below is a detailed list of all the tools and materials I used to make this Patriotic Gnome Wreath. And measure your tail at 7. I'm going to go back to the striped ribbon. This time I'm going to measure my tails at 6 inches, and I'll do 1 loop on each side. And that loop is going to be 3 inches, 1 on each side. You want to take your pipe cleaner. I like to slide it in on one side. This just helps me keep everything together. Pull it up, just twist it so that you can keep it stacked and lift up. Now it's important to keep that stacked just the way you have it, so make sure you get that nice and snug. Pull that to the back. Pull real tight and give it a good twist. My pipe cleaners are going to be too short to attach it to my wreath, so I need to add another one. Just lay it inside. Give a couple twists. And then I take one of the short ones and wrap it around one of the longer ones. And you do that to both sides. So that's fully secure, and now you have enough pipe cleaner to attach it to your wreath. Now we're going to take the star material and we're going to make a loop here. This is going to go in the center. about 7 inches trim. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in on either side so it's not quite as wide. And then I'm going to hot glue that right around the center. Now it's up to you to decide how tightly you want that wrapped. And you wrap it over the pipe cleaner and hot glue it in the back. If you have any excess ribbon, just trim it off. But it's up to you to decide whether you want it a little bit tighter or looser, whatever looks right to you. You got the center glued on, and then you just want to go ahead and open up your loops and pull down your tails. I did go ahead and trim my tails. I just dovetailed the striped ones and just cut the other ones at an angle with the stars. I think that looks really pretty. I'm going to place my bow now. And I want it up on the side here. I want to make sure that I can read what is on his hat. So again, you just take those pipe cleaners, you feed them down through the mesh and attach it to the wire frame wherever you need to get that bow to sit where you want it. I got my bow on. I'm really happy with that. I just kind of played with the tails and the loops until I got it to where I liked it. I don't want to cover up too much of the hat here. I want to be able to read my words. Now the final addition to this, I grabbed a package of 3 American flags. I'm going to be adding one of those here on the side. I think that will be the perfect addition to finish off this wreath. And I'm just going to add some hot glue and stick it behind the sign, between the sign and the mesh, so it will actually glue to both. That'll help it hold its position. And make sure to play with it right away, get it in the spot you want. And here you go. We are all done. I think it looks absolutely adorable. I'm really happy with how the bow turned out. And I really love the sign on this beautiful, solid, dark navy blue. It really makes him stand out. I just love my Patriotic Gnome Wreath. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. Thanks again for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.